hysteresis. This phenomena is exhibited by ferromagnetic material. This property is exclusive for ferromagnetic material. So when a ferromagnetic material is taken through a cycle of magnetization and demagnetization, the magnetic induction lags behind the intensity of applied magnetic field. So this lagging behind is called hysteresis. So phenomenon in which magnetic induction lags behind the intensity of applied magnetic field is called hysteresis. So if you take a ferromagnetic material placed inside a solenoid which can carry current, when current is passed through it, current is increased, the applied magnetic field H is increased. So freshly prepared magnetic material if you take, so it traces this path OA when you go on increasing the magnetic field. At some point it reaches saturation. So this is saturation magnetization. Beyond this, if you increase the field, there is no change in magnetization. Now if you decrease the magnetic field by decreasing the current, then it traces this path AB, and then if you reverse the direction of magnetic field and increase in reverse direction, it traces the path BCD, and at point D it gets magnetized in the opposite direction. Beyond this, if we increase the field, there is no change in magnetization. So we'll start decreasing the field in negative direction. It follows this path DE F, and here we are reversing the field again, then it reaches point A. Further, if you continue experimentation, then path OA is never retraced. Path OA is never retraced. So what you can notice here is every time at point B, if you consider, for example, when H is equal to 0, B is not equal to 0. Still there is some residual magnetization. Even when magnetizing field is 0, magnetization doesn't become 0. So it lags behind. So in order to remove this residual magnetization, you have to apply some extra field in the negative direction, right? And at any point, if you take the relation between H and B, it is not unique. For a given value of H, here there are three values for B, this one, and this one. So the value of B depends on the previous history of the sample. So first time when you are magnetizing, this will be the value of magnetic field for the given value of H. When you are demagnetizing it, then this is the value. When you are magnetizing it in the second time, this will be the value. So it depends on the previous history of the sample, what it is gone through. So here some important terms can be derived. So hysteresis, it is a lagging of intensity of magnetization with applied magnetic field. The phenomena of lagging behind is called hysteresis. The energy lost in taking ferromagnetic material through the cycle of magnetization is called hysteresis loss. So area enclosed by the curve, area enclosed by the hysteresis curve, that is what gives you hysteresis loss. Then retentivity, it is the property by virtue of which ferromagnetic material retains magnetization even after removal of external field. So this length is there, no, OB. So this is retentivity, residual magnetization. Then residual magnetic field, the amount of magnetic field retained by the specimen after removing external field. How much is removed, how much is remaining, that OB will give you residual magnetic field. Then coercivity, the property by virtue of which residual field can be eliminated by applying external field in opposite direction to magnetization, that is called coercivity. Amount of reverse field required to eliminate residual field is called coercive field. So in this graph, so this OC, this gives you coercive field. So whatever remnant magnetization was there, To remove that, you have to apply, to make it 0, you have to apply field in the opposite direction. That is called coercive field. So retentivity and coercivity are the two properties we come across it, and residual magnetic field and coercive field are the quantities we come across this. Remember, area enclosed by hysteresis curve gives you loss, energy loss during hysteresis. It is called hysteresis loss, so it is lost in the form of heat. So that is because you have to align the magnetic dipoles in the ferromagnetic sample to the magnetic field, and then you are removing the alignment and aligning it in the opposite direction. During this process, energy is lost. Energy lost will be transferred to lattice, so it will appear in the form of heat. So this is about hysteresis.